Hi everyone, you're tuned into My Dad Says Audio. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. Today we'll be taking a look at my dad's recent acquisition, a turntable by Technics. Dad, what can you tell us about your new acquisition?
Okay, this is actually not going to be mine. It's my other son's Christmas present. Managed to score this. It's a bit of a classic turntable, a Technics uh, uh, SL1 1200 turntable, which is a bit of a DJ classic. It dates back to, these were produced for a couple of years from 1972 to 1978. They were designed by Matsushita, or as they were also known, National or Technics, as a brand. They were designed by, hopefully I'll get this right, Suzuki Obata at Matsushita in 1971. So you could say that Technics were very early in on direct drive turntables. Prior to this, it was all pretty much either belt drive or idler drive, with a few exceptions that were available out there. This was originally pitched as an audiophile turntable. It was available in two versions. One like this that came with the fitted Technics EPA 120 tone arm, which is this tone arm, or it was available without tone arm with just an arm board, and usually the popular arm that was alternatively fitted was an SME 309 Series 2 from that era, because pretty much in that era, high compliance moving magnets like the Shaw V15 3, etc., were sort of the standard state-of-the-art cartridge being used back in those days. This was produced for 6 years, from 1972 to 1978. It was then replaced with the Mark II, which is the more familiar Technics turntable with the slider, which was very popular with the DJ movement. You could say that this, although it was pitched or marketed as an audiophile turntable back in the day, and it was pretty close to state of the art back in the day, you could say that this turntable was chosen by the DJs scene because it has significant torque. If you have a look, I don't know if it'll come up on the video, but if you have a look, I'll just touch the platter and you can see it's the top two bands that you should be looking at. But if you'll see that it's got a significant amount of torque, which is very popular. It would start in half a rotation, which is for DJ use. It's what you want. You don't want a turntable which takes a long time to come up to speed. Now, obviously, if it was fitted with a slip mat, you'd be able to scratch with it. Not that I'm ever going to scratch with it, and not that my other son, who this is going to be scratching with it. But this replaces, he's got a cheap little Hitachi direct drive. I think it's the Hitachi HT 340. This will be a significant upgrade on it. They're quite nicely made. This whole top part is die-cast aluminium or some sort of aluminium structure, and it's significantly heavier than his little Hitachi. So I think he's going to be in for a bit of a shock as to the sound quality difference. This is sort of a significant leg up that you will actually be able to hear. It's capable of playing either 33 or 45, and what I think is a major advantage with it is it's fully manual. There's no auto return, there's no fully automatic operation. Generally speaking, the less bits and pieces, the less bits and pieces there are to go wrong. It's a very nice turntable. I bought it off an old gentleman. When I say old, my sort of age. And we paid a very good price for it, which was $40 Australian, which roughly works out to about a bit less than $30 US. And or if you're talking about the UK, it'll be maybe a little bit over 20 quid over in the UK. So we're well pleased with it. We might I'll just show everyone. If you move in a little bit, just stop it, and we'll take the platter off. Okay. There we go. Now you can see there's the platter. It's dynamically balanced. And you can see the holes drilled there, so they're dynamically balanced. And in actual fact, the platter is larger and more solid than on the Mark II and subsequent models. Okay, now if you have a look at this is much more in common with, because I've got a Technics SP10 Mark II, this is much more in common with the Technics SP10 Mark II than the later Technics SL-1200 models. Later models, this part, which is the actual magnets, was this part was integrated into the platter here. So you had, this part was raised, and then the magnets were fitted around the actual platter. This would have been a more expensive way of doing it. Now, the old gentleman that owned it, there's still the original bottle of lubricant, which I won't actually use, but you can see that it's as original. The other thing is I think we've got the transit screws here for transporting, and yeah, it's all quite nice. You know, it didn't take them long to go, oh, we can fit the magnets on the platter, and therefore there's less bits and pieces to it. And I've got a funny feeling that bearing is going to be pretty much the same as an SP10 Mark II. So really quite a classic turntable. The other thing is it's still operating quite flawlessly. I will probably get energetic and change all the electrolytic caps on it for him before he gets it for Christmas. But bit of a classic turntable, this one.
Yeah, definitely. It's very nice. I own an SP10 Mark II like my dad, just the motor unit at the moment. But yeah, I can agree with Dad that it's this. I reckon the platter on this is probably very close or the same as an SP10.
It's close.
It's very close, isn't it?
It's, well, like I showed you the inner platter, that's the way they made the SP10.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice turntable. If I didn't have so many turntables, I'd actually consider keeping it. It's just I've got 5 turntables, and I think that's sort of enough. 5 high-end turntables.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is it's original head shell, and it's fitted with an Autophon something 15.
M15E.
With an E on it. Now that's probably a 1970s cartridge. and I suspect the E designation would stand for elliptical stylus.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, all in all, quite nice.
Yep.
The
And at $40, that's an absolute bargain.
was $40 Australian, only be about $30 US, and it works. As it stands, it works, and I've no doubt it will sound really quite good.
Cool.
Good, solid, very consistent performer. You know, it's easy to see why the DJ scene took it up as the turntable of choice. Yeah, I believe it sort of started with things like Grandmaster Flash.
Yes.
Wasn't it Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 or something?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I'm not that into it, but yeah, that's sort of where it's at.
Yeah, nice little score. It's an interesting turntable. And yeah, well done to my little bro who's getting it for Christmas.
Oh, forget it. I was the one that spotted it.
Yeah. He's happy.
Yep.
Oh, good score, Dad.
Yep. A good Chrissy present.
Yep. Anything else you wanted to add?
Not really. I can't really think of anything else.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Even the arm board, that's all cast.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. If you wanted to get really keen, you could probably get another arm board, remove that arm board plus the arm, and fit a better arm.
But yeah, my dad and I discussed that, but we both agreed that this is such a nice example. You want to keep it.
It'd be a shame to actually fiddle with it in that respect.
Yeah, if it was ratty, you'd think about it, but this is very like we've.
Yeah, this
one owner, one careful owner.
This is a very good example. The only thing I can fault is it doesn't have the original feet, but that's very common with this, and I think it was the SL-110 as well. They had the same sort of feet, and I think they all snapped off and/or / got lost.
Yeah.
I in actual fact, I can't think of having seen one, and I've been in the industry a long time, so I've seen quite a few turntables over the years. I don't think I've ever seen one with the original feet.
No, all right, cool.
Yep, okay, so I think that's
that's
enough for this.
That's the Technics for the day.
Yep.
All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If this is your kind of content, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing. All right, everyone, until next time, have a good one. Bye.